Good afternoon to all of you. What about others? Will they join? No? Am I audible?
Yes, madam. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
We will join.
Okay. We will wait few minutes because this is the first day. No?
Okay, madam.
2-3 minutes, and after that I will start. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Okay. I think until others will join, I will start the session. This is research 2 module. When you're considering here, first I will give some brief introduction regarding the module. It means what are the things after completing this module, what are the things you should obtain, and as well as what are the assignments you should do after completing this module like that. And after that, I will start your first topic related to research 2 module. Okay. So I think you already completed your research 1 module, then you have some basic idea regarding the research process and some definitions. Actually, this module, research 2 module, mainly focus on how to do your research analysis and how to interpret the results and how to prepare your thesis and how to prepare your thesis presentations like that. Okay, those are the things you should complete it or you should do after completing this module. Okay, so mainly we focus regarding your analysis as well as how to prepare your thesis. Okay, uh, so uh, when we considering this module, uh, 2 assignments actually, not like your usual assignments. It means you should do your research, and after that you should prepare your research thesis. Okay, it means thesis means the report related to your research process. Okay. Now you have idea regarding the research proposal. No? So after proposal, again you should prepare another report as research thesis. It consists whole research process. Okay. It means other than research proposal consists of only the up to methodology. No. So when you consider thesis, you should include your results and discussions and conclusions. Okay. And as well as when you prepare your thesis, um, you should include more things, not like proposal. All the chapters you should explain all the things. Okay. Uh, Proposal means it's somewhat small document, but other than that one, thesis means it consists of whole research process. So when you're considering regarding the assignments, actually here also we are considering as two, although two it's like one assignment. It means you should prepare your research thesis. That's the one assignment. It's a soft copy you should submit to the department, and after that it's presentation. Okay, those are the two assignments regarding this research 2 module. Okay. Actually, after completing your research only, you can complete your thesis as well as you can participate your thesis presentations. Okay. So before moving to the it means sessions today, first I will explain regarding what are the main sections or main areas we can identify related to this module. It means research 2 module. I hope to discuss under mainly 3 parts. And when you considering this research 2, I think there will be 8 lectures. Okay. I hope to conduct this module under 3 areas. It means one part is regarding the research, and the next one is regarding the statistics, and next one regarding the SPSS analysis. Okay. So I will discuss 3 parts separately first, and after that I will start the today's session. First, I discussed regarding the research part. What do you mean by the research and all that? So I think now you have actually basic idea regarding the research, no? Can you refresh your knowledge? What do you mean by the research? What do you mean by the research? Always we discuss in the research 1 also. Can just define what do you mean by the research, or what are the steps or like that as a beginning? What do you mean by the research? What do you mean by research? Because those are the 3 content I hope to discuss under this research 2 module. What do you mean by the research?
Madam, method way for finding new conclusion related to problem, systematic investigation.
Yeah, very good. Okay. It means a method or way, no? For finding what? New conclusion. That's the important thing. New conclusion. And for related to what? Related to particular research problem. How to achieve this conclusion through systematic investigations. No, so we discuss. So now you have some basic idea regarding what do you mean by the research, and as well as you know that what do you mean by the research problem. No, it means some when you're considering our day-to-day life as well as when you're considering our profession, we can identify a lot of problems. No, today especially, no, because due to the technological development, and we can find a lot of problems. No, so when you're considering those among those problems, some problems we can directly find the answers using some measurement or within few minutes you can get the answers. But when you consider some problems, it is difficult to find answer. No, we have to wait. It means we should collect the data and we should do some analysis, and after that only we can make the conclusion. So that kind of problems usually we are considering as research problem. No, I think you have idea regarding that one also. So and another thing is actually when we are not like past also same, but other than that one, always to make the conclusion, we are uh, expecting to do a research. So therefore, this research component is very important in your when you're considering your degree program. This is a very important module because you can get new experience how to do a research and how to prepare proposal and how to prepare your thesis and all that. Not only for completing your degree program, please remember that one, because when you after doing the degree you can have chance to continue education by masters and all that, no. So not only that one, when you're considering in your profession also sometimes you have chance to do a research, and when you're considering your continue education also definitely you can get some chances to do a research. So therefore uh, please try to understand every concept clearly, okay, regarding the research, as well as the another next part is regarding the statistics, okay. Um, this is also important thing. Do you have some kind of idea regarding the statistics? Statistics. It means in research one module also I discussed some statistical testing, but in this module I will explain it means some theories and some calculations related to basic statistics, okay, because statistics also means broad subject. There are several field basic statistics, and after that when you're considering advanced statistics, time series, regression, categorical, parametric, non-parametric, like that, there are a lot of it means subjects we can find. But in this module we are considering basic statistics. Uh, so I think you have this is maybe the first experience regarding the statistics. I will explain very simply way. Then try to understand those concept, basically concept, and as well as I will do some small calculations also. You can be familiar with that, how to do that calculations and all that. That is the second part of this module. Actually, when you're considering this figure, how do you feel? What is this? This one? Advance? What is this figure? What is this? It's a tree, no? But when you go deeply, you can understand there are numbers, and as well as there are some correlations, and there are some patterns and all that, like that. When you are studying statistics, actually, when you are referring a particular data set, you can't get any idea. But when you refer with statistics, then only you can make the particular conclusion regarding the data set. Okay, so like that, statistics is important for getting some conclusions regarding your data. Okay, so this is the second part, and as well as finally, I will discuss regarding the SPSS analysis. Okay, do you familiar with this? Anyone? SPSS, it's a software. I think already you are familiar with some softwares, no? Basic of packages, you are familiar, no? Am I correct? like Word, Excel. You're familiar, no? Do you familiar with Excel? Yes or no? Excel? Do you familiar with Word? I think you're familiar, no? Word software.
Yes, madam.
What are the other softwares? Word, PowerPoint, and what about Excel? Yes or no? Okay. Anyhow, the SPSS also like Excel, but it is especially designed for data analysis. The short term is SPSS. It means statistical package for social sciences. Okay. Actually, when we are considering statistical softwares, there are several, so like Veka, R, SAS, and MATLAB. Like there are a lot of softwares, but in this module, we are considering the SPSS. It is somewhat basic software, but I will discuss in very simply way, then you can catch up that. Okay. So when we are considering this module, those are the three areas I hope to discuss regarding the research and SPSS and statistics. Actually, first I will explain regarding the statistic part. Okay. This one. Regarding the statistic part, and after that I will discuss regarding the SPSS analysis, first regarding the statistics, and after that regarding the SPSS analysis, and finally I will discuss regarding the research. Actually, not regarding the research means I am not discussing regarding the process and all that. I will discuss regarding how to prepare your thesis. Okay, what are the things you should include into your thesis and how to prepare that, like and regarding the thesis presentation. Okay. First I will discuss the sessions related to the statistics part. Okay. So when you are considering the course content, actually this course content related to the statistic part. Okay, only the statistic part. When we are considering the statistic part, I hope to discuss under those four topics. First one is presenting data. Next one is summarizing data. Third one is statistical distributions. Fourth one, testing the hypothesis with statistical testing. Okay. Although the fourth one, it contains so many subtopics. Okay. So first I will start the first one regarding the presenting data. Do you have any problem up to now regarding the assignment and the course content? Shall we continue, or do you have any problem up to now? Okay, and another thing, I think this is somewhat because we are discussing regarding data analysis and how to interpret the results. So practically, you should use those things. So therefore, I will hope you will actively participate, not like other modules. Okay, not because always not theory. You should do some calculations as well as after completing this module. Also, you should do your analysis by yourself. So therefore, all the students should actively participate and. I hope I plan for only it means 8 sessions. It's better if you can participate all the sessions regularly. Okay. So the first session regarding the presenting data. Under that one, I will explain under those three subtopics. What do you mean by the types of data, presentation of data, and data presentation methods? Okay. The first one is the type of data. In research one also we discuss with in briefly regarding that one. Today I will discuss with more details regarding these variables, because when you are doing the research, most important thing is first thing is you clearly understand what are the variables. Okay, that is very important, because when you are planning your analysis also, you should have clear image regarding your variables. So therefore, first you should clearly understand what do you mean by the variables. So can you define what do you mean by the variables? Not exact definitions. How do you feel? What do you mean by the variables? It's a very common or the very simple definition in the statistic, but it is very important thing. What do you mean by the variables? Anyone? Can you remember what do you mean by the variables? Variables. Any measured characteristic or attribute that differ from the different subjects. No, that's the definitions. So we will further discuss using the example. No, when you are considering this image, also you can identify. When you are considering the colors, we can identify it's differ. No, when you are considering red, blue, green like that, it's differ. No, so then we are considering color as a variable, because any measured characteristic or attribute that differ from different subjects. No, when you're considering red to blue, it's differ. Blue to green, it's differ. No, so like that, we can consider color as a variable. Okay, and as well as always we are discussing common variable as gender. No, gender is a variable because we can find two different attribute or the characteristic as male and female. No, so like that, we will further discuss. When you are considering this image, can you identify any variables? I just refresh your knowledge. You have already studied in research one also. Can you identify any variables here related to the balloons? Can you identify any variables? Yes or no?
No. No, no.
No. Why? What is the reason?
All are same color.
Yeah, all are same. No, it means all are constant. No, it means when you are considering the color, it's in the same color. When you are considering the shapes also in the same like that. No. So what about this one? Can you identify any variables?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes.
what are those? Yeah, what are the variables we can identify here?
Different
Shape.
colors, different shapes.
Shapes, colors.
Yeah, I just need the name of the variables. Okay, you should clearly define what is the variable. What are the variables we can find here?
Colors.
Color of the balloons like that. Okay, yeah, very good. Color of the balloons.
Shape. Shapes of the balloon.
Shapes.
Yeah, very good. Shape of the balloons.
Designs of the
Yeah, very good. Designs of the balloons, color, shape, designs, and the size also. If we need, we can get. No. So very good. Okay. So those are the variables we can identify here. So when you are in research also, when you define in the variables, you should clearly, okay, not like different color and different sizes, like the name of the variables are shape of the balloons, shape of the colors like that. Okay. You should clearly define that one. Okay. So what are the variables? It is very familiar example for you, no? Yeah. What are the variables we can find here? Can you find any, yeah,
Gauges of the needles.
yeah, gauge of the needles.
Colors of the needles.
Yeah, very good. Color of the needles. That's only, no, it means gauge means we can get as height of the needle or gauge like that, and as well as color of the needles like that. Okay. So I think now clearly you can identify what do you mean by the variables. Okay. So then I will move to the classifications of variables. Under the research one also I discuss, I think one or two classifications. In here I will further discuss. I think you know that there are three classifications mainly, quantitative and qualitative variables, and independent and dependent variables, and scales of the measurements. So when we consider in the variables, we can divide into quantitative and qualitative. Can you define what do you mean by the quantitative variable? What do you mean by quantitative variables? Quantitative variables, what do you mean by that one? Quantitative variables means quantitative.
That can be measured
Yeah, that
and
can be
expressed
measured.
numerically.
Sorry.
Can be expressed numerically.
Yeah. Okay. It means, yeah, I'm when I'm asking questions, I don't need exact definitions. As you can just explain. Okay. So that's the important because you can when you apply in the practically, other than the definitions, your ideas are important. Okay. So quantitative means the variable defined using the quantity of variables. It means you can measure, as well as another aspect is you can count. Okay. So if you can measure or if you can count means you can get as numeric values. Very good. As you explained. What do you mean by the qualitative variables? Qualitative. Qualitative variables.
Describe qualities.
Yeah. When you're considering a particular variable, if you can describe using a quality, so then we define it as a qualitative variables. No. When you are considering this using this example, you can easily understand. Qualitative variables means I drink coffee every day. It means it will give some descriptive informations. No. And quantitative means numerical informations. It appears numerical informations. I drink coffee every day means it can be vary from person to person. No, some may be tea and milk and no any other drink like that. No, so it's a variable. What is the variable here? Preferred drink. No, preferred drink. So I drink coffee every day. It's a qualitative variable and it represents as a descriptive informations. And the quantitative variables means numerical informations. It can divide into two as discrete and the continuous. Discrete variables means you can count. I drink 4 coffee every day. It means you can count 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. You can count. And continuous means that kind of variables you can measure. I drink 80 grams of coffee every day like that. It also can be vary day to day as well as person to person. So then the amount of coffee per every day, it's a continuous variable because we can measure. So can you give another examples or discrete variables related to your profession? What are the variables we can find as a discrete? Can you give some examples? So discrete variable. Okay, what about continuous? Can you give some examples for continuous variables? What about weight? Is it a continuous or discrete? Weight of the patients? Weight of the patients.
Continuous, ma'am.
Yeah, very good. Continuous, no? You can measure, no? As 25 kilos, 25.5 like that. It's continuous. And another thing, when you differentiate discrete and continuous, discrete variables has whole numbers. Okay. It means like 4, 5, 6 like that, not the decimal points. But continuous variable, it has whole numbers as well as decimal numbers. Like when you're considering grams also, when you're considering weight, 80.5, 80, 70.2 like that. No, when you're considering, it is whole numbers as well as decimal numbers it can be. So those are the how to differentiate discrete variables from continuous variable. Qualitative, quantitative, easily you can differentiate. Qualitative means it provides some descriptive informations and the variable present as a text. And quantitative means it it is a numerical information and you can represent that variable as numbers. No, so when you're considering here, I think you may be familiar with discrete and continuous. Discrete variables, it are whole numbers, but continuous means whole numbers as well as decimal points. Okay, so I think all the things you are familiar. So when you are considering this figure, what are the variables you can find in this one? It is also a very familiar example for you. What are the variables we can find here? In this figure, by just looking at the figure, or not only considering all the things, by just looking at the figure, what are the variables you can find here?
Colors.
Yeah, color of the drugs.
Strength
What are
of
the,
the drugs.
yeah, strength of the drugs,
Shapes.
shape of the drugs. Yeah, those are the main uh, variables you can find. No, shape of the drug, color, and strength means I think your dosage. No, so what are the quantitative variables you can find here, and what are the qualitative ones? Can you categorize?
Quantitative dosage.
Yeah, very good. Dosage is quantitative. What about other two variables?
Shapes and colors.
Yeah, very good. Shape and the color. No, it represent particular quality. No, we can't measure that one. We can just explain as a quality. So those are qualitative variables. So up to now we discussed regarding what do you mean by the variables and first classification as quantitative and qualitative. Then when you're considering your research also, basically you should understand because sometimes there may be 5 or 6 like that variables. No? So first you should understand what are the quantitative variables you are considering as well as what are the qualitative. Sometimes all the variables may be quantitative and all the variables may be qualitative, or it may be mixed. Anyhow, you should clearly, when you are defining the variables also, you should list out quantitative versus and qualitative. That's the first classification. And as well as the next one is independent and dependent variables. I think it also you may be familiar. I just refresh your knowledge. What do you mean by the independent variable? Or at least what do you mean by the dependent? How to differentiate those two variables? What do you mean by the independent variables as well as what do you mean by the dependent variables? When you are considering this example, there are two variables we are considering. The dosage of drug, it vary, no? No fields and 1, 2, and like that. Dosage of the drug, dosage, we are considering as one variable. And another one is the response of the um, research participants or the effect of drug, like that, no? So it also vary, no? Or that we can be consider as level of the drowsiness as a variable, no? Level of the drowsiness and dosage of the drug, like that, no? So when you are considering here, which one is the independent one and which one is the dependent one? Which one is the independent one and which one is the two variables we are considering, dosage and the level of drowsiness? Which one is the independent and which one is, yeah.
Level of drowsiness is dependent.
Yeah, level of drowsiness is
Dependent.
dependent one. Dosage is independent. No, very good. Because easily you can understand because the level of drowsiness depend on the dosage of drug. But the dosage of drug don't depend on the level of drowsiness, like that. Okay. So then you can easily understand what are the independent and dependent variables. And when you are considering your research also, you should have clear understand regarding what are the independence variable you are considering and what are the dependent variables you are considering, like that. And usually most of the research, you have more independent variables and you can find only one dependent, or there may be two or few. Okay. But always we are considering um, more independent variables and one or two dependent variables. Okay. So when you are defining the variables in your proposal as well as thesis, you should list out according to this independent and dependent classification also. Okay. Quantitative and qualitative classification also important, but other than that one, um, when you are defining the variable, you should mention whether it is dependent or independent, like that. Okay. So I will move to the next classification. It is the important for your data analysis. Okay. Scales of the measurements. I think today also I just discuss two scales. I will refresh and I will explain other scales also. Okay. When you are considering the variables, if you can identify using the categories we called as nominal variables. Okay. Nominal means naming only. Okay. It means when you're considering categories means they have only the names. So therefore we define it as nominal scale variables. So the ordinal scales means the special characteristic of ordinal variable is arranged into the meaningful order. It has categories as well as we can arrange into some meaningful order. Can you give some examples for nominal scale variables? Nominal scale. Because this classification is important for your data analysis. Nominal scale. Nominal scale variables. Can you give some examples? Nominal scale. Okay, what about the patient's outcome? When you're considering a particular patient's, we can expect two outcomes, no? Dead or alive. Is it a nominal or ordinal? Patient outcome as alive and dead. Is it nominal or ordinal? Okay, what about gender? Is it nominal or ordinal? Gender. It's nominal, no? We can find only the categories. So patient outcome also nominal one. Can you give some examples for ordinal scales variables? Ordinal scale. I join in. What are the examples for ordinal scale variables? Ordinal scale. What about the knowledge level as good, moderate, and poor? Is it ordinal or nominal? Knowledge level, if you are considering as good, moderate, and poor like that, is it ordinal or no? Ordinal, no? Yeah.
Ordinal.
Can you give some other examples for ordinal variables?
Pain level,
Yeah, very good. Pain level.
satisfaction ratings,
Job satisfaction. If you are considering pain level as mild, moderate, and severe, it's a ordinal scale. Okay. Okay. Now you can find lot of examples. So I will move to the next one regarding the interval. When you are considering the interval scale, it also has categories and we can arrange into some order. But the specific characteristics are interval between values are meaningful. Interval between values are meaningful means that variable should be the numeric one. Then only we can take the difference. No, the ratio is not meaningful. I will explain what you mean by that one. In ratio scale, it has all the properties, classify into categories, arrange in some order, and interval between values are meaningful. Ratio also meaningful. The reason for that one, because there is a true 0 point. Can you explain what do you mean by the true 0?
outdoor,
True 0 means okay. What about weight? Is it um, weight has true 0 or not? Weight, weight. Okay, I just explain what do you mean by the true 0. It means when you are considering a particular variable, when we are measuring with different scale, if it is same, 0 means if there is 0, definitely 0, then we consider it as a true 0. As example, when you are considering the weight, when you are measuring from grams, 0 grams, is it equal to 0 milligrams? What is your idea? 0 grams, is it equal to the 0 milligrams or is it differ? If there is no weight, when you measure from the grams as well as when you measure from the milligrams, is it 0 or not?
0.
0, no?
Zero.
It means, yeah, very good. It's a true 0 like that. When you are considering the height, when you measure from the meters, 0 meters, is it equal to the 0 centimeters?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So then it also has a true 0. And another without scales also when you are considering, you know that um, regarding if there is no true 0 means I will explain when you are measuring the temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. Uh, is it 0 Celsius is equal to the 0 Fahrenheit? As an
No,
assume
ma'am.
maybe no, there is a it means particular value. No, it means Celsius 0 is equal to what? Fahrenheit 32 like that. No, So then it has a particular value, no? So then when you are measuring the temperature in Celsius and the Fahrenheit, we are considering it as those have no true 0 point. Then those variables belongs to the interval scale variables. Okay, actually when you are considering interval scales, we can find only a few variables, but ratio scales we can find if there is, because most of the variables has true 0 point, then we are considering as ratio scale variables. And when you are considering the stress level, is it a interval scale, or it means if you can measure the stress level using a particular score, is it a interval scale or ratio scale variable stress level? Stress level.
Interval scale.
Why? Yeah, it's correct. Interval scale. Why? Because practically, can we identify person with stress level 0? Is it possible?
No.
No. So therefore, because that's the reason, because the ratios are not meaningful in interval scale means, um, although we are, when you are considering two persons related to their stress level, when you are measuring with a particular scale, we give marks as this person stress score is 10, this person stress score is 20, like that. But um, we can't compare, because when you are taking as ratio stress this person 1 to 2, it's incorrect, because in practically we can't find stress level as 0 point. Okay, so like that, this is the what do you mean by ratio is not meaningful. But in what about weight? When you are measuring the weight from two persons like A and B, when you are considering their weight as 50 kilograms and 100 kilograms. Okay, yeah, 100 also possible. Yeah. Then what is the ratio in between A to B? Weight ratio is A 50 kilograms, B 100 kilograms. What is the ratio in between A to B for their weight? What is the ratio? I think ratio means basic measurements in the
1 to 2.
statistics. Yeah, 1 to 2, no? So then it's a true 0, no? Sorry, not true ratio, no? Because we can compare, because the reason is that when you are considering the weight, it has a true 0 point. So this ratio is meaningful. But when you are considering, what do you mean by the, if a particular variable has no true 0 point, then ratio is not meaningful. But the values in between, the intervals between values are meaningful means, if it is a numeric variable, always values are we can take the meaningful difference. Okay, so those are the four scales: nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, and the ratio scale. Commonly when we are considering nominal scale and ordinal scale, we define as what kind of variables? Nominal and ordinal means we called as what? Nominal scale and ordinal scales belongs to, there is a special term for that one. Nominal and ordinal. Today also I think we discussed, no? What's the name for ordinal and nominal when you combine? Common name for that, those two scales? We called as categorical variables. Okay, categorical variables. So those are the four scales you should be familiar regarding these scales of measurements. Okay, when you summarize these four scales, all the scales has categories, and we can rank only ordinal, interval, and ratio scale variables. Intervals are meaningful for what interval scale and the ratio scale. The ratio is meaningful only for ratio scale variables. Actually, using the term easily you can memorize. So it means nominal means if a particular variable we can find using their names. It's a nominal scale variables. Ordinal, if there is a meaningful order, we define it as ordinal variables. If intervals are meaningful, we define as interval scale variables. And ratio means ratios are meaningful. Okay. So that is regarding the scales of measurements. There are four examples. Can you define those four? It means those variables belongs to which scale? First one, we are considering the mood level of individuals as excellent, good, and bad. What is the scale? This variable, mood, level of the moods. First one, because we discuss four scales, I just ask this first variable,
Ordinal scale, ma'am.
ordinal scale. What about others? What about others? Is it ordinal or any other scale? I think it's better everyone can participate actively.
Interval scale.
Interval scale. Okay, what about others? We have two answers as interval and ordinal. What is the correct answer? Which one?
Ordinal scale, ma'am.
Yeah, ordinal scale, no? Very good. It means ordinal scales means we have categories and we can put into meaningful order, no? One student gave the answer as interval. If it is a interval, it should be in the numeric form, no? As a numbers, no? Because the values in between values are there is a meaningful intervals. If there is a meaningful intervals means it should be in the numeric form. Okay. What about next example? Height of the children. So like that height, it belongs to what? Which scale? Height. Height. Height.
Ratio scale.
Ratio scale. Okay. What about others? Height. Height. Is it ratio? Any other scale? Ratio scale, no? Yeah. What about third one? Color of the eye. This one. Color of the eye. Color of the eye.
Ordinal scale, ma'am.
Ordinal scale, okay. What about others?
Nominal scale.
Nominal scale, no? Because ordinal means what? Can we arrange particular order these colors? Blue, light. Can we arrange? Is it possible or not? I just asked regarding statistically, it may be your favorite color and preferred color or like that. But in generally, when you are considering blue, light, brown, like that, when you are considering that one, can you find any meaningful order?
No.
No. If there is no order means it's nominal, no? Is it clear? Okay. What about next example? Blood groups. If you are considering A, B, A, B, O like that, then what is the idea? Is it nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio? Blood groups. I think you are very familiar with that variable. Blood groups.
Nominal scale.
Nominal.
Yeah, very good. Nominal scale, no? Because we are not considering any other aspect. Statistically, A, B, O means it is, when you are referring those terms, it is a nominal scale, okay? So like that, I think now you have clear understanding regarding all the scales, because when you go for the analysis, data analysis, it is important when you're considering your variables, which belongs to which scale like that. Okay. So up to now, I just discussed first part of the this first topic. It means type of the data. Okay, this part I completed. Under that one, I discussed regarding only the what do you mean by the variables and what are the classifications of variables. There are three classifications: qualitative and quantitative, easily you can understand, and as well as independent and dependent variables. And the third classification is scales of the measurements. Okay, that one is the important for your data analysis. Okay, so I will move to the next one regarding the presentation of data, because you know that after analyzing, after getting the analysis, you should present the data. Okay, so therefore data presentation also important part in your when you're preparing your thesis. Okay, so presenting data. Okay, before moving to the data presentation, actually you should get some understanding regarding why do you, it means what is the importance of data presentation like that. What is the importance of presenting data, like using some diagrams or using some tables? You can present the data, no, in your word setting also. You are presenting some data. So what is the importance of that one? Why we should present the data? It means in your word setting also, I think you are put some words regarding some data, no, related to the word setting, um, using some charts like this kind of bar charts or any other charts you are presenting. What is the importance of presenting data?
Easier to understand.
Yeah, easy to understand. Main purpose is other ones can easily understand. No, if you are putting as a very good. If you are putting as a particular text form, it is difficult to understand. No, we can understand after reading that one. We can understand, but other than that one, if you are presenting data using this kind of data presentation methods, everyone can easily understand. No, so therefore, and as well as identify some trends and relationships, and also you can plan related to in your when you consider research process. After getting some basic data set and after put into some tables and charts, you can plan your advanced analysis also. So there are maybe lot of advantages when you are considering the data presentations. Okay, the presenting data. So we will look at further regarding this presenting data. What are the data presentation methods we can use and like that. Um, Before moving to that one, you should be familiar with some basic terms. What do you mean by the raw data? Do you familiar with that one? Raw data? What do you mean by the raw data? Raw data. Do you familiar with that term? Raw data? What do you mean by the raw data? Okay, I just explain. It means raw data means collected data from the study or survey, but when we are referring that data, there is no any order, just after collecting. Okay, so it is like a apple basket. It means after collecting the apples into basket, it's like a raw data. Okay, because without any arrangement or without any analysis, just after collecting the data, we call it as a raw data. Okay, by referring the raw data, it is difficult to get some idea regarding your data set. It means you when by just looking at the uh, apple basket, can you identify which one is the smallest one and which one is the largest apple like that? Is it possible when you are considering apple basket?
Difficult.
It is difficult, no? By just looking at, it is difficult because there is no any order or mix, and it is difficult to. So like that, raw data means it is also like that, like a apple basket. Then you can easily remember. Okay, raw data set means you just collect. Those are the numbers you collected like that without any order. It is difficult to understand. Okay, then I will explain next term regarding the array. Okay. Do you know what do you mean by the array? I think sometimes you may be familiar with that term. Array. Okay. Array means basic arrangement of the numeric data by ascending or descending order. Okay. What do you mean by the ascending order? You may be familiar. Ascending order means ascending. In basic mathematics, we are arranging number sets into ascending as well as descending order. What do you mean by ascending order? If we are arranging our data set, smallest numbers from largest number, we called it as what? Ascending or descending?
Ascending order.
Yeah, ascending order. No, very good. Descending order means opposite one. It means large number to descending. Sorry, large number to small number. So like that, when you are considering array means basic arrangement of the numeric data by ascending or descending order. So when you related to this example also, when you are considering our apple basket, if you arrange according to the apple weight like this. Now, can you find the which one has the which one has the uh, maximum weight and which one has the smallest weight like that? We can find, no? This is the smallest apple and this one is the biggest one like that. After arranging into the array, we can identify. So therefore, in mathematics also, as well as in statistics, before doing the analysis, most of the cases, it's better to arrange into the some array. Okay, because by just looking at the raw data, it is difficult to get some idea regarding your data set. But after putting into the array, then you can get some idea regarding your data set. Okay, so those terms you should be familiar, and a few terms before moving to the data presentation methods I will explain. The frequency, okay? Because those terms you should be familiar when you're considering analysis as well as when you're interpreting the results. Those terms you should be familiar, okay? Frequency. The frequency means number of observations in each category of variables. Okay? The frequency means number of observations in each category of variables. Okay. We will look at what are those with the examples. And the relative frequency means the frequency divided by the total frequency. Okay. I will explain using a small example. When you are considering related to a particular classroom, it consists with male and females, no? In generally, classroom, it consists with both genders, no? Male and females. If the 10 females are there and 20 males are there. So then what do you mean by the frequency? Frequency for females? What is the frequency for females according to this definition? What do you mean by the frequency of females? What do you mean? What is the answer for frequency of females? Now you know the term. What do you mean by the frequency? Frequency for females for this example? What is the frequency? If you can understand this definition, easily you can find, no? Number of observation in each category of variable. Related to the female category, how many individuals are there? How many observations means how many individuals are there for females? Related to the female, how many individuals are there? Oh, how many females are there? 10, no? Yeah, 10 is the frequency, no? So you should remember that number of observation in each category of variable. What about frequency for males?
20.
Yeah, 20, very good. Then we will look at the relative frequency. What is the relative frequency for females? Now, can you calculate relative frequency for females? Relative frequency for females. Frequency, it should be divided by the total frequency. What is the relative frequency for females?
1 in 30.
Yeah. It means what is the frequency here? 10, no? What is the total frequency?
30.
30, no? So then 1 divided by 3. You can, if you need, you can take as a decimal. So then I think 0.33 like that. Okay. What about the male frequency? Relative frequency for males. Relative frequency for males.
Divided by 3.
Sorry.
2 divided by 3.
3. Yeah. 2 divided by 3. No, as a decimal, I think 0.66 like that. No. Is it clear for everyone? What do you mean by the relative frequency? Yes or no?
Yes, madam.
If you have, yeah, okay, very good. So that's the, what is the difference? Now you have idea regarding what do you mean by frequency as well as what do you mean by the relative frequency. So I will move to the next one regarding the cumulative frequency. Actually, it is difficult to explain cumulative frequency without table. When I'm explaining the frequency table, I will explain how to find the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency means previous frequency plus current frequency. Okay. because when you are constructing the frequency table, because the frequency table means it's a data presentation methods. It's a very basic data presentation method. When you are constructing the frequency table, you should be familiar with those terms, no? What do you mean by frequency? What do you mean by relative frequency? As well as what do you mean by the cumulative frequency? I will move to the very, it means very small frequency table, because no need to always put relative frequency, cumulative frequency. According to your research objectives and according to your preference, you can put those all the frequencies, but in simply you can construct like this kind of frequency table also. It means you are considering your values and its frequency only. Okay, always it depends on your uh, preference, means it depends on your objective. Okay, so when we considering this frequency table, it is related to this data set. We are considering values as 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, like that. So then what are the frequencies related to those values? Can you calculate? Can you find the frequency for 3, 4, 5, 7, 8? I will give you. Did you find that? What is the frequency for 3?
2, ma'am.
2. What's the frequency for 4?
3,
3. What about 5?
6,
6. What about 7?
1,
1. What about 8?
5.
5. We'll check that. I think I just put the answer also. Yeah. 2, 3, 6. Yeah. It's correct. Easily you can find, no? 3 frequency means 1, 2. How many 3s are there, like that? No. So like that, easily you can create very basic frequency table. Okay. Value or the category you can put into one column, and its frequency we can put as a second column. So when you go for some advanced frequency table, you can put their relative frequencies as well as cumulative frequencies. So when we consider in this example, can you construct the frequency table like this? Okay. Uh, Number of patients per day and its frequency, and cumulative frequency. I will explain how to calculate those two columns. Can you fill relative frequency and the frequency? I will show the example again. Okay. Can you find the answers? I will give few minutes. After finding the answer, please inform. Okay. And please find the relative frequency as decimal points. Okay. Did you find frequency and relative frequencies? Okay, I will give you a minute. Okay, I think the time is enough, no? Did you fill the table? Frequencies and relative frequencies? Shall I discuss? What is the frequency for 6? 6? It means 6 means we are considering here number of patients in clinic per day. It means when you're considering one day, there may be 6 patients. When you're considering another day, it may be 8, like 10, 8, like that, no? So when you're referring this data set, what is the frequency for patients? 6 patients per day. What is the frequency for that one?
2, ma'am.
2. We will check that one. Yeah. 2, no? It's correct. Yeah. What about 8?
5. 5.
Yeah. 5, no? 8. Yeah, 5. Then 10,
3.
3. Okay. When you're going to, very good. What is the total frequency here?
82, ma'am. Oh, sorry.
Total frequency?
Oh, sorry.
10, madam.
10.
10, no? Very good. Okay, 10. Because we need the total frequency for calculating the relative frequencies, no? What is the relative frequency here?
Zero point two, ma'am.
Yeah, 0.2, no? Easily you can find. Very good. It means 2 divided by the 10, no? 0.2. What about next one?
0.5.
0.5. Very good. Next one,
0.3.
3, no? So that's the relative frequencies. When you calculate the total here, what is the totals of relative frequencies? When you calculate the total of relative frequencies?
1.
1.
Ma'am.
Okay, 1. Yeah, very good. So I will explain how to find the cumulative frequencies. Okay, according to the definition of it means cumulative frequency means previous frequency plus current frequency. So I will explain using the table. So when we are considering here related to this one, the current frequency is 2. Okay, Current frequency is 2. Can you find any previous frequency value? No. Okay, I will explain how to. When you consider this first row, it has only the current frequency. There is no any previous frequencies. So then cumulative frequency is 2. When you go for the next one, current frequency is 5. What is the previous frequency? Previous frequency is 2. So then you should add those frequencies. What is the cumulative frequency for 8? Cumulative frequency for 8. Current frequency is 2.
1.
Sorry, 5. 7. Very good. Okay. Now, like this, can you find the, what do you mean by cumulative frequency for 10?
10.
10, no? Yeah, very good. It means current frequency is 3, previous frequency is 7. It's like a order, okay? Like this. Then cumulative frequency is 10. So I will explain what are the properties. It means after constructing a particular frequency table, those are some, it means rules or like that. It means, as example, when you are getting the summation or the total of relative frequency, it's always equal to 1. Okay, always. Okay, when you are considering any frequency table, when you are getting the total of relative frequencies, it's always 1. And another thing is when you are getting the final row of cumulative frequency, okay, final row of this table, cumulative frequency is equal to what? 10. 10 means what? In this
Total
example,
frequency.
yeah, very good. Total frequency. When you are considering the frequency table, final row represent, when you're considering the final row of cumulative frequencies equal to the total frequency. Those are some properties where after constructing that one, you can check that if it is like as example, if you got relative frequencies as 1.2 means there is a mistake when you are calculating the relative frequencies like that. Those things also you can check. So anyhow, sorry. I will explain relative cumulative frequencies, how to calculate the relative cumulative frequencies. Relative cumulative frequencies also same manner. Actually, cumulative frequencies means getting the summation, okay? It means you are adding relative cumulative frequencies means the cumulative frequencies means you add the frequencies, no, step by step. 2 plus 5, 7, 7 plus 3, 10 like that. In relative cumulative frequencies means you should refer these relative frequencies and you should add. Okay. So can you fill this first row? What is the relative cumulative frequency for this one? First, 6. What is the relative cumulative frequency for 6? Current
0.4.
0.4. It means
No.
current relative frequency plus previous relative frequency. When you consider 6, what is the current relative frequency?
Okay, 2.
2.2. Previous frequency? No. There is no. Then answer is 0.2. What about next one? 8. 8 relative cumulative frequency. Current relative frequency plus previous relative frequency. What is the current
0.7.
Yeah, very good. 0.7. What about last one?
0.8.
0.8.
8.
What is the current relative frequency for 10?
1, ma'am.
1, no?
Mm.
Yeah. Very good. It means 0.3 plus 0.7. Then answer 1, no?
1.
It is also another property. It means when you are considering the final row of relative cumulative frequency always equal to 1. there are several properties, no? When you are considering the final row of relative cumulative frequency is 1, and when you are considering the final row of cumulative frequency is equal to total frequency, when you are getting the total of relative frequency always equal to 1, when you are considering the total frequency, it's, when you're adding, you can get the total. So like that, those are some properties. If there is any mistake like this, if you got like 1.5 like that, then there may be some incorrect calculations related to relative cumulative frequencies like that. So when you are preparing the frequency table, no need to add all the relative, cumulative and all that. It depends on your objective. At least frequency and its categories also enough, but I just explain what are the other frequency values. Okay. Next one. Yeah, another thing, when we are considering this frequencies, you can put as a number, but these relative frequencies and as well as relative cumulative frequencies, you can put as a percentage also. When you are referring the literatures also, sometimes you can find that. As example, when you are considering, I think, frequencies 2, 5 and 3 like that. No? So then 0.2, you can put as a percentage. What is the percentage value for 0.2? 0.2 as a percentage. 0.2 means as a percentage. 0.2 multiplied by 100. When you're putting as a
20.
percentage. Yes, 20, no? Like
20.
that. It is 50. It is 30. And here also relative one also like I think 0.2, 0.2. Then it also 20, no? Here 70 and 100, no? So like that, if you need, you can put as a percentage or you can put as a decimal point, okay? Relative frequency and the relative cumulative frequencies. So I move to the another one. It means okay. I think it's better to take break, and after that, I will continue the session. Okay. Shall we take a break? 15 minutes. I think 2:30. I will continue 2:45. Okay. Okay. Shall we take a break?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Shall we continue the session? Are you ready?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Up to now, we discussed regarding variables and as well as data presentation. Under the data presentation, I discussed what do you mean by raw data and what do you mean by array and those kind of terms. And as well as under the data presentation, very basic data presentation method is frequency table. When you are constructing the frequency table, you should be familiar with what do you mean by the frequency, relative frequency, and cumulative frequency, and as well as if you need relative cumulative frequencies like that. Okay. And before moving to next one, now you have some basic idea regarding the how to construct the frequency table. No? When you are considering under the variables we discussed, there are two types of variables as quantitative and qualitative. When you are constructing the frequency table, can we put quantitative variables as well as qualitative variables, or both, or what is your idea regarding that one? It means I just ask, can you construct frequency table for quantitative variables as well as can we construct quantitative for sorry, can you construct frequency table for qualitative variables? Related to the frequency table, what kind of variables we can use for constructing the frequency table? Only qualitative or only quantitative, or what's your idea? We construct few frequency tables, no? Can we construct a frequency table for quantitative data? Yes or no?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, definitely we can construct, no? What about qualitative variables? Can we construct frequency table? Yes or no? Two answers, yes or no? What is your one? Yes or no? For qualitative variables?
I think yes, madam.
Sorry?
Yes, madam.
Yes, no? Yeah, very good. It means you know that when you're considering not always values, when you're considering our category also like that, no? When you relate to the male and female also, we can construct, no? This is our category and its frequency, no? We discuss one example as 10 and 20. It is also frequency table, okay? So please be remember when you are considering the frequency table for presenting quantitative data as well as qualitative data, we can construct frequency table. Okay, very good. So I will move to the frequency table for special occasions like this. When you are, if you have a large data set, as example, when we are considering this one, we have only, I think, 1, 2, 3, 10 data points. No, we have only 10 values. No, but if you have large number of data set as it may be 100 or 1000 like that, can we construct frequency table for that kind of data set? Is it possible or not? Because when you consider this data set, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 data, no? 10 values. I just asked if you have 100 or more than 100, like 1000 like that, then can we construct frequency table for that kind of data set? Yes or no?
Very difficult, ma'am.
Yeah, very difficult, no? Because what is the reason? Because when you are getting the options like 6, 8, 10, it is various number of options, no? Then it is like a very large table, no? So when you are referring that table also, it is useless, no? Because if it is a very large table with, I think as example, in here, there are only 3 rows, no? So if it is about 80 and 60 and rows like that, when you are referring that kind of table, it is difficult to get some idea, no? But in that kind of occasions also, we can create frequency table. I will explain how to do that one. There is a small modification of that tables, okay? We can construct. It is somewhat difficult task because you should find the frequencies and all that. Other than that one, the main problem is if you are based on the single values like 6, 8, and 10 like that, it is a very large table, no? So when you are referring that kind of table, it is useless. In that kind of occasions, what we do, we get some class intervals. Okay, I will explain what do you mean by the class intervals and how to construct a frequency table using the class intervals. Okay. Um, when you are considering the class intervals means considering the minimum number and the maximum number of your considered data set, the data set broken into the intervals for equal length. Okay. Then when you are considering those intervals also not overlapping. Okay, I will explain like this. When you are considering this data set, what is the minimum number? This is your data set. What is the minimum number here? What is the minimum?
8.
15, no? Yeah. What is the maximum value here?
34.
Yeah, 34. So including those minimum and maximum, we can create this kind of class intervals, okay? Because we should include 15 and also we should include 34. So then I will create that kind of class intervals. Those class intervals means considering the minimum and maximum values of that our data set, the data set broken into few groups. Okay, I just select like this 11 to 12. 11 to 12 means it you can include 15, then 11 to 20 and 21 to 30, 31 to 40 like that. Okay, those are not overlapping. It means until 11 to 20, uh, this will start with 21 and to 30, 30 to, sorry, 31 to 40 like that. When you're considering last class, it contain what? 34 like that. Now, actually, I just put as example because when you're considering here also, how many data points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. So when you're referring this one, no need to get the class intervals because 6 data points are there. If you need, you can construct as a single values, no, and you can find the frequencies. But to explain, if you have a large number of data set, how to get the class interval and how to fill these frequency values like that. This class interval 11 to 12, you should find what are the frequencies in between 11 to 12 like that. Can you construct frequency, only the frequencies column first? Can you fill it? I will give you a few minutes. Okay, I think easily you can find, no? What is the frequency for first class interval? 11 to 20? What is the frequency? When you refer, you should refer this,
2.
yeah. Yeah, 2. It means, sorry, 2. 2 means it include 15 and 18,
18.
no? Yeah, very good. What about next class frequency?
4. 4.
4. Yeah, because it include 22, 25,
25,
28,
28,
and 30. No,
30.
last one.
2, ma'am.
2.
So yeah, then when you get the total, I think 8. No, yeah. Now
Yes.
everyone easily you can understand. No, so what about relative frequencies? Can you find quickly? I will minutes. Okay, before moving to the relative frequency, can you find the cumulative frequencies? Already we found the frequencies. No, now can you find the cumulative frequencies? Okay, did you find that? Easily you can find. That's why I moved to the cumulative frequencies.
2,
Yeah, very good. 2.
6,
Yeah, very good. 6,
8.
8.
8. Now you can find the properties also. No, when you add the frequencies, you can get the total frequency, and also last row of cumulative frequency present that total frequency as 8. Related to this example. Now can you find the relative frequencies also? I will give you minutes. Please find as a decimal point. Okay.
0.25, ma'am.
Wait. Okay. What is 0
Okay.
point?
25.
Sorry, wait. 0.25. No, it means 2
25.
divided by the 8. No, yeah, it's
Yes.
correct. Next one.
0.4.
0.4.
0.4.
Is it 0.5?
6.5.
No, 4 divided by 8. No, 4 divided by 8.
Sorry.
Yeah,
0.5.
okay, it's okay. Yeah, 0.5. No, next one. 0.25. No, same.
0.25.
0.25.
Yeah, now can you find the relative cumulative frequencies? And another thing, when you add the this relative frequencies, can you find the summation total? Relative frequency summation. When you add that column, what is the total here?
1.
1. No? Earlier also we discussed that. No. Now can you fill the relative cumulative frequencies? I will give you a minute. Okay, I think time is enough. No. Relative cumulative frequencies for first row.
0.25.
Yeah, very good. 0.25.
0.75.
Yeah, very good. 0.75.
1.
1.
1. No. This also early I explained. No, when you consider in the relative cumulative frequency, last row it should be 1, and relative frequency when you get the total it should be 1. So if there is any mistake, you can find as 1.2 or 0.8 like that, then you should recalculate those frequencies. So up to now, I just discussed regarding how to construct the frequency table. When you are constructing the frequency table, you should be remember you can use both quantitative and qualitative data, and as well as no need to refer all the values, relative, cumulative, and all that. It depends. So anyhow, now you have clear understanding regarding how to create the frequency table like that. Okay. So now we discuss types of the data, and under the presentation of data, we discuss regarding few terms like array, raw data, and some terms related to the frequency table and how to construct the frequency table. Okay. When you are considering any research, you can find those frequency table. It is very basic data presentation method. Okay. So I will move to other data presentation method, because data presentation means based on your type of the data as well as objective, based on those things, you can select which one is suitable for your data presentation. So in that case, you should be familiar with various type of data presentation methods. So I will discuss what are the types of data presentation methods we can apply for presenting your results. Okay. I will discuss what are the data presentation methods. Okay. The first one is bar chart. I think you may be familiar bar chart, because it is also very simplest method, but I just explain. There may be some new information also regarding the bar chart. When you are considering the bar chart, actually this is a what do you call this is a 3D bar chart. Okay. 3D view. But usually when you are presenting results in your thesis, if you need, you can get the 3D also. But other than that one, usually we are using this kind of 2D bar chart. When you are considering here also, uh, when you're considering bar chart, there are two axes as x-axis and the y-axis like that. Okay. When you are presenting any results using bar chart or any other chart, if there is axis, you should clearly define what are those axes. It means x-axis represent which one, y-axis represent which one like that. Okay. So before moving to the bar chart, you can find a particular table. What is this? This table. What is this table? Now you are familiar this table, no? What is this? Okay, how many variables we are considering here? How many variables we are considering in this example? You can just read and you can get some idea how many variables we are considering in this example.
6.
Six
6.
variables. 6, okay. What about others?
5.
5. This bar chart we use to present the of smooth. You know that when you are considering in your board setting also, when you are considering nurses, among them we can find various type of modes, no? So in this example, how many were you mentioned as 5, 6, and like that, no? Okay. What are those? What are the variables you can find here? That is my next question. What are the variables you are mentioned as 6 and 5 like that? What are those? What are those variables?
Most unhappy. Unhappy.
Yeah,
That is mood.
most unhappy, like, no?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Most
the
unhappy.
variables we can find here, you mentioned as,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Is this variables or categories of a particular variable?
Categories of predictive variable. Mode is
Yeah, no? Variable. So how many variables we can find here?
only one.
Only one, no? So please try to understand. We can find only one variable and related to modes, no? Modes of nurses like that, we can define our variable. Related to that one, how many categories we are considering here?
5.
5 categories, no? Then what is this table now? Can you understand this table? What is this? This one? Because number of nurses in ward 1 related to most unhappy category 2, like that. What is this table? 2, 4, 6, 7. What are those values? So 2, 4, 6, 7, 9 means what are those values? So what is this table? Early we discussed, no? This is a frequency table, no?
Frequency table.
Yeah, those are 2 means frequency for most unhappy group. 4 means frequency for unhappy group, like that. So first you should understand frequency table before constructing the bar chart. It means earlier also I explained that the frequency table is needed for constructing other other data presentation methods also. Then first you can construct the frequency table, and after that you can create its relevant bar chart. Okay, so now you have some kind of idea regarding this what you call bar chart, no? So then when you are considering x-axis of bar chart, it represent what? X-axis represent what? Those are unhappy, most unhappy, unhappy, normal, happy, and happy. Most happy, like that. So I just asked x-axis represent which one? Our variable or its frequency? Our variable
Variable.
is modes. Variable, no?
Mode.
Very good. So then when you are presenting data, you should clearly define x-axis represent which variable, like that. Y-axis represent what? Which one? It's frequency, no? Is it clear now? Because when you are constructing the bar chart, x-axis represent our variable and its frequency represent by the y-axis. Because when you're considering here, frequency is 2, like that, no? This is 2 and this is 4. This is 6, 7, 9, like that. Okay. So then is it clear how to construct the bar chart? When you're considering this kind of bar chart, you may be familiar. It means this is the bar, sorry. This is the bar chart. Okay. X-axis and y-axis. Okay. X-axis represent our variable. When you're considering a particular variable, there are 3 categories: A, B, and C, like that. Its frequency representing the y-axis. The frequency also we can present as a percentage value also, like 10, 20, like that. Okay. It may be as a frequency value or as a percentage you can create. Okay. So then you should be remember, okay? Y-axis represent the frequency and x-axis represent the variable. So when you refer in the, actually when you are considering each data presentation method, you should understand because when you are considering each data presentation method, there are some advantages and disadvantages also. So then you should clearly understand. Then only you can decide which one is suitable for your data presentation method, data presentation. So when you are referring this frequency table, other than the frequency table, when you are referring the bar chart, what is the advantage or what is the importance of creating bar chart other than the frequency table? When you look at those 2 methods, frequency table and the bar chart, I just asked, what is the importance of creating this bar chart? What is the advantage of bar chart than the frequency table? Because always you should be think about what is the main purpose of data presentation. Then you can think what is the answer. This is the frequency table and this is the bar chart. I just asked, when you are presenting the data, what is the importance of creating bar chart and what is the advantage when you compare with the frequency table?
Really understand.
Yeah, really understand means at once when you refer those two methods, when you look at the bar chart, you can get some conclusion other than the frequency table. No, it means when you refer the bar chart, easily you can understand what will happen regarding the modes in the ward. No, ward one, because uh, when you can find some trend also. No, as a overall, when you are considering the ward one, most of the nurses are happy, like that kind of conclusion you can find. No, because most of the nurses are happy. No, that kind of conclusion you can easily find by referring the bar chart. Is it clear? Because unhappy groups are there and those are happy, and normal also we can be considered as happy, like that. So easily you can make the conclusion by referring the bar chart other than uh, the frequency table also you can get, but other than that one your conclusion visualize clearly. No, is it clear what is the difference between bar chart and the frequency table?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, so then that's the importance of bar chart other than the frequency table. So when we are considering the bar chart, in this bar chart, we put only the one variable, no, modes of the patient, sorry, nurses, like that. That kind of bar chart we called as a simple bar chart. Okay. So if you have more than two variables, then we call this, we construct like, we called as compound or component bar chart, like that. Okay. I will explain how to construct that kind of bar charts also. It means this kind of bar chart, it means if you are considering year as variables and boys and girls. Okay. It means as example, how many students pass in the A level uh, for various years, like that. As example, if you are considering 2001, 2002, and 2003, like that, then you need according to the gender wise how many students, like that. No, so then we are considering two variables, gender as well as year of the examination, like that. So females we put like this, and males boys like this, then females and males, like that. Okay. So then y-axis always represent the frequency. In here, x-axis represent two variables. They are gender and the year of the exam, like that. So that kind of bar charts also you can find. This kind of bar chart we called as compound variable. Okay. Sorry, compound bar chart. And component bar chart also same, it represent as a total. Okay, component bar chart means we put female and male frequency as a total for 2000 2001 also, like as a total by combining two bars. Actually, other than those compound and component bar chart, we are usually creating simple bar chart for each variable, because when you consider in the simple bar chart, we can put one variable and then we can put their frequencies. And some cases we construct compound bar chart. It means gender, year, like that. That kind of bar charts also we are creating. Only thing you should be remember, when you are creating bar chart, what are the axis you are considering. Y-axis represent the frequency, x-axis represent that variable. In here also, not three variables. We are considering one variable. They are what do you call? They are categories. We can put like this. Okay. So I will move to the next type of data presentation method. Uh, Pie chart. It is also very pie chart means, I think you may be familiar this one also. It is also in the 3D form. Uh, it is also like bar chart, but using this circle, we put it as a total. Okay, it means when we consider in the pie chart, the area of the particular slice is proportional to the percentage of response in the corresponding category. It means when you are considering here female 150, males 50. So then we take it as a percentage. Then how to take this angle? You know that when we consider in total is 360. So it should be, we take as a percentage. It means total is 200. Among them females are 150. So then, so you can calculate this angle. Okay, it is 210. When you are calculating this one also, it is 90, like that. Okay, you can calculate those angles also. Using those angles, you can create the pie chart. No need to worry about manually how to draw these diagrams, because using the softwares easily you can draw those charts. In basic mathematics, I think manually you can create by calculating this angle. Okay, I think you know that, because the total angle is 36, then you should get what is the proportion for each category, and then you can calculate each angle, and you can create that one. Okay, so when we considering pie chart and as well as bar chart, it is somewhat different, but same way, no, we are presenting one variable. Here also we are put only one variable, no, gender, and its categories as male and female. Their frequency or the percentage value we can put. When we are considering this kind of example, if you have more categories like this, okay, in here you have only the 2 categories, no. If you have more categories like this, do you think which data presentation method is the good, pie chart or bar chart? What is your idea? When you considering particular variable, if it is consists with lot of categories, like category 1, second, third, like that, which one is the suitable method to present the data, pie chart or bar chart? Because when you're referring this bar chart, can you find which category has the lowest frequency and like that? Can you get like this? Can you find it easily? Which category has the lowest and which one has the highest, like that? Can you find which category has the highest frequency and which category has the lowest, like that, when you refer in this pie chart? It's difficult, no, because
Oh.
yeah, it's difficult, no, when you refer this one as well as this one, it may be like same, no, this one also same, like that. So then I think it's better if you have more categories. If you have a small number of categories, like 2 categories, 3 and 4, like that, you can use the pie chart. But if you have more categories for a particular variable like this, then you can go for the bar chart. Then easily you can visualize your data. Okay. And another question, when we considering bar chart, uh, what kind of variables we can use? Quantitative data or qualitative data? Bar chart, it's suitable for which one? Quantitative or qualitative? Because you should understand, then only you can decide which one is suitable for your data presentation. Bar chart.
Quantitative.
Quantitative, ma'am.
Quantitative. What about this variable? Is it quantitative or qualitative modes?
Qualitative.
Qualitative, no? The frequency means different thing, okay? It's not the quantitative variable. Okay. Here we are considering qualitative variable. No. So then because x-axis is in the categorical form, then bar chart you are usually using for presenting the qualitative data. What about pie chart? Pie chart, quantitative or qualitative?
Quantitative data.
Quantitative.
Yes.
What about this one? Male and female means? Which kind of variable is this? Gender means?
Qualitative.
Qualitative, no? Because what will happen with the pie chart with quantitative data, like you have numbers, no, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, like that. When you go for their categories, like if you are considering as 6, like that, then you have so many options, no? So then it's useless. Usually we are using pie chart and bar chart for qualitative data presentation. You should remember, okay? So I will, because there are various methods. Among them, you can find qualitative data presentation methods as well as quantitative data presentation method. Frequency table we use for both quantitative and qualitative. Bar charts we use for qualitative data, and pie chart also we are using for qualitative data. And the next one is histogram. I think you may be familiar with that one. The histogram means it's for numeric variables, okay, or the quantitative variables, okay. When you're considering the histogram, what is this? This is the frequency table, no? We using the class intervals and their frequencies. So this is the frequency table. So now you can find in which occasions we can use these class intervals like that, no? Because when you're considering our what do you call the okay, how many variables we are considering here in this example? How many variables are there? In this example? How many variables are there? That's the main thing, no? Because you should understand clearly what you mean by the variables in your research also. In this example, how many variables are there? How many? Is it difficult to find? We are considering final score for particular subject. So then how many, I just asked how many variables are there? So your final score means marks for particular subject. So then I just asked how many variables are there?
8,
8 variables, okay. What are those?
21 to 30, 31 to 40. Like that.
Uh,
For
are those variables or what are those?
categories, sir.
Categories, no? So please, you every time you should be remember, okay? Because some students, when you consider research also, female and male, they define as 2 variables, okay? Female, male. But it's the categories of gender. Gender is a variable, okay? So in here also, final score or the mass, we are considering as our variable. In this example, only we can find one variable, marks, okay? Marks or the final scores. So its categories, it means when you're considering marks for English means it's a one variable, no? Like this, we are considering here. We take class interval to, it means if you got as marks, because marks means it distributes 0 to 100, no? Usually. So then if you got as 1, 2, 3 and your frequency table, it is difficult to present, no? So then that's why we get class interval. Earlier also I explained that, no? So then when we considering here you can find frequency table related to this marks. This is the, what do you mean by the histogram? Okay. In histogram also, x-axis represent what? Now you have idea regarding the frequency table also, no? X-axis represent what? X-axis represent in basic mathematics also we are referring those tables and all that, but sometimes what is this x-axis?
Various category.
Yeah, category or the our considered variable, no? It means final score, no? Or the marks. What about y-axis? It represent
Frequency.
frequencies. Yeah, very good. Okay. So then related to that one, we create those bars, no? Like this. So that is the what you mean by histogram. Okay. So when you refer the bar chart and histogram, what are the main differences you can find? Using the axis also you can find some differences. Okay. This is the bar chart and this is the histogram. Those are the things you should understand. What is the main differences you can find when you refer the bar chart and histogram? This is the bar chart and its x-axis. When you refer the histogram, this is the x-axis. Can you see any difference with x-axis related to bar chart and histogram? Can you see any difference?
Not separated cases.
Yeah, that's the thing. No, it means when you are considering the bar chart, x-axis represent the categories. No, so then we can put a particular space in between bars. Okay, but when you are considering the histogram, it is x-axis is a numeric variable we are putting, not the categorical variable. So then x-axis should be a continuous scale. Is it clear now? Because histogram, we are creating for histogram for quantitative variables. Bar chart, we are creating for qualitative variables. But y-axis, same, no? Frequency. In here also frequency. Bar chart also frequency. There is no any difference. Okay. The x-axis from histogram and bar chart are differ. When you are considering the bar chart, in between bars, we can find a particular space in bar chart. But the histogram, we can't find that kind of space. But sometimes if the this frequency is 0, 40 to 15 frequency is 0, it may be like appear like this. But this is not as bar, it is not a space because the reason is that frequency is 0. But when you consider the bar chart, definitely you can find this kind of spaces. Okay. Then when you are considering another question is, when you are considering the bar chart, can you interchange those bars? As example, when you're considering here group, I just asked this one, can you put into here? And this one, can you put into here? B bar, and you put into this place as B and this one as A. Can you interchange those bars in the bar chart? Is it possible or not? Yes or no? Interchange means here B bar first and A and C. Is it possible or not? This is B, A. If you are not considering any alphabetical order, any other order, I just ask, can you interchange by considering the property of x-axis? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, very good. What is the reason? We can interchange because those are categories, no? Those are not numeric values. Then you can As you wish, you can interchange those bars. Then what about histogram? Can you interchange those bars as example? This one, can you put into here and here? Is it possible or not?
Ma'am.
Not ma'am.
No,
It
no,
would,
because x is a numeric and continuous one. Is it clear now? What is the main difference between histogram and bar chart? Can you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So then, if you are presenting particular quantitative variable, then you should use histogram. You should create a histogram. Okay. If you are referring a particular qualitative variable, you can use bar chart, and as well as if you need, you can use the pie chart also. Okay. But earlier also I explained that when you are referring quantitative variable as well as when you are referring qualitative variables, you can use frequency table. Okay, both cases you can create frequency table, but charts are different. No, for quantitative variables you can use histogram. Qualitative variables we can use bar chart or pie chart. So I will move to the introduce another type of plot. This is we called as the frequency polygon. Sometimes when you refer the research articles as well as books, you can find that kind of curves also. This one we called as the frequency polygon. This is the frequency polygon. Okay. I will explain how to create the frequency polygon. First, you should construct. It means if you are manually construct, but in softwares they are directly uh, creating that one. No need to construct histogram first and no need to do that one. If you ask to frequency polygon, they will create automatically. But when you are manually drawing that one, first you should construct the histogram first, like this histogram. Then you should find their midpoint of each bars like this, and then you can connect that one. Okay. After connecting that uh, points, we called it as the frequency polygon. This is the frequency polygon. Okay. So when you compare the frequency polygon and the histogram means another data presentation method. Frequency polygon means another one. Both frequency polygon and histogram we can use for quantitative data. So when you considering this frequency polygon, now you know that no, this is the histogram and its frequency polygon is like this. What is the advantage, or when you compare the histogram and frequency polygon, what is the advantage for creating this frequency polygon? What is that? Because using the histogram also you can it means you can present the quantitative variable. No? Other than that one, why we should go for the frequency polygon? Here also our considered variable is in the x-axis and its frequency in the y-axis. So what is the importance of creating frequency polygon other than the histogram? In which kind of occasions we need like this? Okay, I just explained. When you refer in the histogram, you can find like this. And when you refer in the frequency polygon, like this. No. So when you refer in the frequency polygon, you can get some idea regarding how data is spread. No, provide the shape of the distribution other than the histogram. No, histogram also you can think imaginary. You can imagine this. This is the way of data distribute. But other than that one, at once when you look at the frequency polygon, easily you can understand how data is spread. No, is it clear now?
Yes.
And another advantage is this is maybe related to the when you're considering final score for particular subject. No, this is maybe related to the English. Okay, when you considering another subject, like, okay, it may be Sinhala, like that. So you can compare a few variables in the same plot. That is also another advantage, because when you're considering marks related to the each subject, you can compare using one plot in the frequency polygon. It means you can compare various distribution. But in histogram, can you do it at using one histogram? Is it possible? This is maybe marks for English. If you need Sinhala, can you draw on this histogram? We can draw, but yeah, it is
Can't.
not clear, no?
Clear. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can't differentiate, because related to the 20 to 23, Sinhala also like this, no? Then it is difficult to read. But in frequency polygon, can you read it clearly? Sinhala and English marks? You can compare, no? Is it
Yes.
clear now? What are the advantages of creating frequency polygon when you compare it with the histogram?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So if you need to compare that kind of occasions, like a few subjects related to a particular classroom, other than the histogram, I think if you can construct the frequency polygon, easily you can compare. Okay. So like that. I will move to the next one. Stem and leaf float. Yeah, this is also a histogram. How to create that one? Another example. This is the next one, stem and leaf float. I will explain what you mean by the stem and leaf float and in which occasions. Every data presentation method, you should understand in which occasions we should use that one. Okay, that's the important thing. When we considering stem and leaf float, first I will explain how to create that one. There is two parts as, sorry. There are two parts as stem, column, as well as leaf, like that. Okay. When you are considering, this is our data set. When you are considering our data set, we call this as, when you considering one digit number mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 9. It is one digit numbers. No, when we are considering 10, two-digit number. No, two places are there. So when you considering our data set also, two-digit numbers. No, so then when you considering here, the first digits in a particular number, it should be present in the stem part, and the second digits, it should be present in the leaf part, like that. Okay, that's the way of constructing stem and leaf float. I will explain how to read this stem and leaf float. It means in here, these two represent which number? 32, no? And like this three represent which number? What is the? Now, can you read this table? Sorry, stem and leaf float. These three represent what? When you refer this data set?
23.
Yeah, very good. 23, no? What about this one? 6 means
16.
16, like that, no? This 0 means
30.
30.
30, like that. No, now you have idea regarding how to read this stem and leaf float. When you are considering stem and leaf float, what is the importance of creating stem and leaf float? It means if you want to highlight the individual values, okay? It means if you have a few number of values in your data set, and as well as if you want to highlight individual values, then you can use the stem and leaf float. As example, when you're considering here, can you find the, when you refer the stem, histogram, can you find the individual values here? Like, can you find 53 marks here? Can you find 53 when you refer in the histogram? 61, can you find? That kind of values, individual values, can you find in histogram?
No.
Can't.
No. We can't find, no? Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you want to highlight individuals values in your sample, other than their frequencies and all that, frequency also you can present here, then this is the best method for presenting your data, stem and leaf plot. It means presenting data using the stem and leaf which represent the values of individual observation. That's the importance of stem and leaf plot. Okay. And also another thing, when you considering the stem and leaf plot, other than the raw data, you can get some idea what is the maximum value in your data set as well as what is the minimum value like that. What is the maximum value in your data set? Easily you can understand. No? 15 and 41 is the maximum. That kind of information is also you can find, because this also not a raw data, no, it's an array. It prepared in a particular order. But if you are referring the raw data and the stem and leaf plot, you can get some idea regarding your data set also. So anyhow, when you're considering the stem and leaf plot, main purpose is to visualize individual values. Okay, it is also common data presentation method. But if you have bulk of data, it means 100,000 or like that, then it is useless, no? Because no need to visualize individual values like that. Okay, but it also we can use. Okay, I will move to the next one. Box and whisker plot. Okay. So I will explain how to construct the box and whisker plot in briefly, but to construct the box and whisker plot, you should be familiar with some terms. Next day, I will explain those terms and I will explain how to construct that one. But today, I just explain what do you mean by the box and whisker plot. Okay, box and whisker plot means this kind of plot. Okay, like this. In here, this part we called as box part. This is this point we called as first quartile. This part we called as the median. This one is the third quartile. Okay, and whiskers means those are the whiskers. This is the upper whisker and this is the lower whisker. So all together we called as box and whisker plot. Okay, so to construct the box and whisker plot, we need few values. Okay, like we need median value. First quartile means Q1, third quartile Q3, and minimum value, maximum value, like that. Okay, so then without because you up to now you don't know how to calculate first quartile, third quartile, like that. No. So next day I will explain how to find those values and how to construct box and whisker plot using an example. And another term you can find here, outliers. Okay. In next day, I will explain what do you mean by the outliers, because one importance of this or the advantage of constructing box and whisker plot is to identify the outliers. Okay, so we will look at in later what do you mean by the outliers also. Okay, so I will move to the next one. Again, I will explain. No need to worry about this plot. This is we called as scatter plot. Okay, I will explain what do you mean by the scatter plot, or as well as in which occasions we can create this one. Okay. Scatter plot means if you want to highlight the relationship between two quantitative variables, we can use the scatter plot. The x-axis, this is the x-axis. It represents one variable, and this is the y-axis. Sorry, this is the x-axis. X-axis represent particular variable, and y-axis represent another variable. Then we can create those scatter. It means, as example, when you are considering particular group, their age we put into x-axis and their weight in the y-axis. According to that one, individuals we can highlight or we can put as small dots, or we call as scatter. So this is the scatter plot. Scatter plot why we need to identify the relationship between two variables. When I go for the correlation, again I will explain how to interpret the or how to interpret the results using the scatter plot. Okay, up to now you can just understand what we mean by the scatter plot. X and y axis represent two variables, two quantitative variables, and after getting the plot, you can get some idea regarding their relationships. Okay, so that's the end of data presentation methods also. Okay, so methods, I did some important as well as commonly using data presentation methods. Okay. I discussed regarding, I just summarized this session and I will move to the next one after that. I discussed regarding the type of data. Under that one, we discussed what do you mean by the variables, as well as what are the classification, quantitative, qualitative, independent and dependent, and the scales of measurements. And after that, under the presentation of data, we discussed regarding the frequency table mainly. No? After that, we discuss few data presentation methods, bar chart, pie chart, box and whisker plot, stem and leaf plot, frequency polygon, like that. In each method, please try to understand what is the purpose of constructing that one. As example, if you have quantitative variable, which one is the suitable? And if you have qualitative data, which one is the suitable? And as well as if you want to highlight individual values related to quantitative variable, which one is like that, okay? If you want to compare the distributions, which one is like frequency, polygon, like that, okay? So those are the things up to now we discuss. So next session also I will start regarding the summarizing of data, okay? Do you have a problem regarding up to now? Okay, I will start the summarizing of. Actually, the summarizing of data means, you know that when you are considering particular subjects also, you have a particular note, no? Particular book or particular textbook or note. So after that, most of the students, they create a particular short note, no? So like that, summarizing of data means when you are considering your data set after collecting, when you're considering your research, you can collect the data, no? So that is like your textbook or your note. Then using few measures, you can summarize your data set. It's like your short note. So like that, summarizing of data means there are two main measures for getting some idea regarding your data set. Okay. So two measures, what are those? Measure of central tendency and measure of dispersions. First, I will explain what do you mean by the measure of central tendency. Okay. So when we considering, you can just consider this as your data set. Okay. So middle point measures representing the location of middle we called as measure of central tendencies. Okay. It means when you are considering your total data set, middle point measurements we called as measure of central tendencies. Okay. So when you are considering before moving to the measure of central tendencies, another term I will explain regarding the outlier. Okay. Outlier means the value highly deviate from the mean value or the other values. Okay. As example, you know that this is your data set. This point is deviate, no? Here. It is far away from this bulk of data set. So this point we called as a outlier. Not only that one, when you, it is the statistical definition, no? Statistical definition for outliers is the value highly deviate from the mean value. But in generally also, you know that you are using some kind of that kind of term, no? It means as example, when you are considering in your ward setting also, sometimes all the nurses are working as in same manner, but there may be one or two nurses behaving some different, they show some different behaviors. So then sometimes we called as she is out like that. Am I correct? Do you use that kind of terms? She she is out like that. How do you feel? She is out and like that because that person's behavior is different from other nurses like that. Do you have that kind of experience? All the nurses are work together, but there may be few ones may be behave in different manners. Do you have that kind of experiences in your ward setting or any other place? Can you identify that kind of individuals?
Yes,
How
ma'am.
do you? Yes, no, definitely we can find that kind of individuals, no, because when you're considering in your ward setting, if there is 20 nurses, about 80, they are work together and they are sharing informations and they all are work together in same manner. But there may be two or three or one, sometimes one, that nurse may be very aggressive and she don't accept others advices and like that. So that kind of, not only in ward setting, when you're considering uh, any place, any office or any place, we can find that kind of individual. So we called as she is so, he is out like that. No? So that kind of thing. That's why I just take that example. In statistically also, if a particular value is highly deviate from or far away from other values, we call that value as outlier. Okay. So although we identify that way, there is way to identify outliers in it means after constructing the box and whisker plot, you can clearly understand what are the outliers like that. Okay. So when we considering here as example, I put this kind of data set. This kind of data set, can you find any outliers? 4, 2, 5, 8, 1, 202. Can you find any outliers here? Outlier means,
Yes.
yeah, what is which one?
200.
200, no? 200 means it is highly deviate from other values, no? Other all values are in between 1 to 10 like that, no? This one, like that, no? But it is far away, no? So then, in generally, we can identify it as an outlier, but statistically, there are various methods to identify outlier. One method is using the box and whisker plot. So when you consider this, using this image also, find any outliers in this data distribution? Can you find any outliers? Means outliers means those individuals are far away from other ones. Can you find any outliers in this data? Because in this figure also, you can find one outlier, no? This one is, because all the others are happy mood, happy faces. This one is unhappy. So then we mark from far away from those individuals. What about here? Can you find any outliers? Can you find? Yes, no? There are 4 outliers, no? Is it clear? Because all the individuals are clustering or gathering together. Those 4 individuals are far away. Is it clear? What do you mean by the outliers like that?
Yes,
Yes or no?
ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. So that's the generally what do you mean by the outliers. But statistically, you should do some calculation or you should construct some plots like box and whisker plot. Then only you can understand those um, outliers. Okay. So I just explain few measure of central tendencies. There are 3 measures: mean, median, and mode. Okay. What do you mean by the mean? It means average value, the sum of the set of numbers divided by the number of uh, numbers in the set. It means when you are considering how to calculate the weight of the mean weight of the individual in particular classroom, you should add all the weight values from them and you should divide by how many individuals like that. Okay. What do you mean by the median here? The middle number of the number when data set arranged into the numerical order. Okay. It means when you are considering your data set, you can arrange into ascending or descending order. Then you should find the middle point value. So that's the we called as median. So the next one is mode. Mode means the value which has highest frequency. Okay. So those are the things I hope to discuss today. Next day I will discuss regarding this measure of central tendencies and after that measure of dispersions. Okay. There may be several small calculations and you can do some, you should be familiar with those things also. So today I will summarize the session and after that I will wind up the session. Okay. When you are considering this research 2 module, you know that what are the assignments you should do. You should complete your research process and after that you should prepare your thesis and you should prepare your these presentations. When you are considering this module, I hope to discuss 3 areas regarding the statistics and SPSS analysis and as well as how to prepare your thesis. When you're considering, first I will explain regarding the statistic part. When you are considering the statistic part, those are the main topics I hope to discuss. To discuss regarding the data presenting data. Under that one, you should be familiar with what do you mean by the variable, what are the variable classifications, no? Quantitative and qualitative, independent and dependent, and scales of measurements. No? When you are considering the scales of measurements, what are the 4 types we can identify? Scales of measurements. What are the 4 types of variables we can identify according to the scales of measurements? Can you list out? 4 scales, what are those? Nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio like that, no? So after that, I discuss regarding the summarizing of data. Summarizing of data means try to get some understanding regarding your data set using those summary measures. It means when you are studying also using a short note, you try to understand your whole lessons like that. So like this, using summary measures also, you can get some idea regarding your whole data set. So when you are considering the when you are considering summarizing data, there are 2 measures mainly, measure of central tendency and measure of dispersions. Under the measure of central tendency, there are 3 measures, mean, median, and mode. So those are the things today I discussed. Next day I will discuss further regarding those measure of central tendencies and measure of dispersions as well as regarding those data distributions. Okay. So do you have any problem or shall we wind up the session? Okay, if you have no problem, I will wind up the session. Okay, thank you for all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.